What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Saturday, December 13th. It is just after 9 p.m. and it is our first official snowstorm of the season. It's actually my second snow removal video of the season. If you saw the first one, obviously that was a dud. We didn't get any snow at all. If you saw that, you know that it just rained the entire time. We did throw some salt down. It was basically a salting video, but today we might actually drop the plows and plow some snow. They're saying we could get anywhere from 1.5 inches up to 4 inches. It is after 9 p.m. right now. It is just starting to flurry. They're saying after midnight, it'll pick up. The first inch is supposed to be anywhere between midnight and 4 a.m. So we'll see what happens. Everybody else is out in their route getting some salt down, except for my uncle. He's a couple minutes away. His truck is behind my TerraStar, warming up. It is loaded up with salt. I also have a full load of salt on the spreader in the bed of my truck. If it snows, maybe we'll take the Kubota out and plow some snow. Don't hold me to that. We'll definitely be in the TerraStar. We'll see what happens. I do want to get out in the Kubota at least once this season and plow some snow with it. Everybody has been asking for that. If you don't know, this is a very, very nice piece of equipment here. M6 131 has a power angle front plow, wing plow. But today, more than likely, we're gonna stay in the TerraStar. This has an Everest front power angle plow, an Everest wing plow, and then we have a stainless Smith spreader in the bed here. You can tell we are fully loaded, ready to head out. Let's hop in the truck. We'll go get some salt down. We'll see what this storm does. I hope you guys aren't on an angle right now. You know what? Let me check it on the GoPro app real quick. All right, it looks good on the app, so hopefully it looks good for you guys as well. Here's Guillermo. Guillermo. Guillermo, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo es bueno?
La cadena por ratos está, por ratos working, muñeco.
¿Eso?
Yeah, the spinner is good. The chain.
¿Poquito problemas?
Sí, muñeco. Por eso por ratos bota mucho, porque trae el estrés, trabaja y luego para.
Oh,
Pero
shit. Okay, si tienen más problemas, call me. All right? All right, adios. So, Guillermo is doing the mains today. My dad is in Punta Cana, so he's obviously not plowing snow with us. Guillermo was saying he was having a little bit of an issue with the chain on his spreader, that it was stopping sometimes, but I'm looking at the salt spread on the road here and it looks like he's getting some pretty good coverage, so we'll have to see what happens throughout the storm. Hopefully he doesn't run into a serious issue. We do have extra trucks if something happens, or maybe we'll be able to fix it if we have some downtime. So since Guillermo is doing the mains, I now have an extra neighborhood that he usually does. It used to be my neighborhood actually, and we changed the route when we added Guillermo into the village here. Let him pick up a bunch of dead ends and then this one neighborhood. So obviously with my dad not being here, we had to move guys around a little bit. Everybody's still in their own routes. The only one we really changed was Guillermo, and then I pick up this neighborhood here. So let's drop it down into two, throw our salt spreader on, and start spreading some salt. Could turn our spinner up a little bit. looks much better. Once we get down this dead end here, we'll be able to look at the spread again. This is one of the worst cul-de-sacs. It all slopes down right here, and it always wants to push the truck down towards that driveway there. Let's see what the spread looks like. Oh yeah, definitely much better. We're getting some pretty good coverage right now. If you don't know, the hills we hit both ways before the snow's falling. Well, before there's real snow falling. The flats will do a center line, but we'll salt both ways on the hills just to get a little bit more salt down where there's a higher risk. Carmine was also out yesterday and sprayed all of the mains and all of the hills with liquid in the village, so we also have that helping us today. We'll go straight. We'll go up here. We'll do a loop here. I haven't done this neighborhood in a while, so I'm trying to remember the best way to salt it. There's two ways in and out of this neighborhood, and then everything else is just cul-de-sac, so I kind of have to double back on one of the roads no matter what. We're gonna go out that way when we leave, but I need to double up this hill real quick. And then we do have one more road and then a cul-de-sac as well that we got to hit still. All right, so that's the end of my first neighborhood. We have a dead end right up the street here. We're currently on one of our mains, which Guillermo is doing, so turn the salt spreader off while we drive up here, but in a couple hundred feet here we'll make a left, and this is actually, it's one of my favorite cul-de-sac dead ends. It's like straight, wide, and flat. It's about as ideal as it gets when it comes to plowing snow. Whoa. We got a lot of cars. This is not okay. What is happening here? This cannot stay like this all night. There's not supposed to be any cars street parked during a snow event. Obviously right now, while I'm just salting, it's not the end of the day. End of the day, is that the saying? End of the world. It's not the end of the world. It is the end of the day. It's about 10 o'clock at night. It's not the end of the world while I'm salting, but when I have my plows down and I have to clear all the snow, you pretty much have to go curb to curb through the cul-de-sac. And if there's cars there, there's no way I'm making it through. All right, so that's it for that cul-de-sac. I'm gonna turn the camera off for now, run through my route, get some salt down, and I'll check back in with you guys once I'm done. All right, guys, it is just after 11 p.m. now. It's still really just flurrying. I made it through my route 2 times. I have a little bit of salt left. I'm just running it out on the mains, and then we'll head back to our shop and hang out. I don't know what's gonna happen with the storm. I stopped and I looked at the radar probably about like 15 minutes ago, and it seems like the middle of the storm is like kind of like dissipating and becoming nothing. I don't know if it's gonna pick back up as it moves more and more east. It's over like the middle of Pennsylvania right now. Maybe actually once we stop, I'll pull the radar back up and show you guys on camera so you can see what I'm talking about. But it seems like the storm is starting to break up over the middle of Pennsylvania, so who knows what's going to happen. We definitely only have about a dusting on the ground, and the salt is eating up everything. So hopefully I didn't jinx us with the intro, and this might just be a salting event, but obviously time will tell. Do a weird little reverse thing here because this one side of the intersection never really gets salt. There we go. The way that the mains are done, we come out of that road, we make a right here. This is a county road, so we don't service this road. We turn our salt spreader off, and then you make a left up here, which we're gonna do in a second. Come on, buddy, turn your brights off. Turn your brights off. Come on. People just love to drive with their brights on. But basically, the mains go this way, and then you turn around, you come back this way, and you make a left on that road again. So the far side of the intersection always ends up having a little bit more snow than the rest. So that's why I backed up into the far side of it and threw my salt spreader on there. This is where our mains pick back up. So I'll throw my salt spreader back on here. You can tell it's all blacktop. Everything is melting off. Super easy. Alright, I'm gonna hop out real quick and see how much salt we have left. Not much at all. I'm actually not gonna turn, I'm gonna turn it on for 2 seconds right here, just to get this intersection. And then, once we get to where I started on the mains, we'll turn it back on and just run it out on our way back to the shop. All right, guys, welcome to our conference room. I don't know if I've ever recorded up here, but obviously it's a little bit of a kitchen. There is a big conference table, whiteboard, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy in here. Hopefully I didn't show you guys anything that you're not supposed to see, but I think we're good. Anyway, I just pulled up the weather here. It says 12 a.m. It's 11:59 right now. It says 12 a.m. flurries, 1 a.m. flurries, 2 a.m. cloudy, and then 3 a.m. snow, 4 a.m. snow, 5 a.m. snow, 6 a.m. snow, 7 a.m. snow, 8 a.m. cloudy, 9 a.m. snow, 10 a.m. snow, 11 a.m. snow, 12 p.m. snow, and then 1 p.m. cloudy. So the storm moved back a little bit, which is crazy. Let me pull up the radar here. It was supposed to be done by like 7 a.m. But here, let's look at the radar real quick and make sure I'm getting this on screen for you guys. So we'll hit play. This is current right in the middle here. I'll just drag it actually. So that's current time. For the record, we're like right here where it says like Spring Valley. We're kind of like, there's Suffern. We're right next to Suffern. So that's what we use for our location just because it's like the closest big town. So it's like right there. It says we're right in the heart of it right now. Let's actually zoom this out a little more. It is a pretty big storm. It's all the way out to like middle of Illinois right now. Oh, actually, no, that's Ohio. Sorry. Yeah, it's in like Cincinnati right now. It's coming across Pennsylvania. And you can see the middle of it right here kind of like breaks up. So I don't really know what's happening there. Just past Pittsburgh, it's like breaking up, which gets us through 125 is, come on, 125 is right there. So it's a slow moving storm. Apparently it's going to be around until lunchtime tomorrow. So a bit longer than we were expecting. We are all going to try and kick back and catch some Z's for a few hours around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. In the morning, we'll head back out depending on what it's doing. If it doesn't do anything, obviously, we're not going to go back out until there's something to do, but all of our roads are pretty much blacktop. So that is it for now. I will catch back up with you guys when we're headed back out. right, guys, it is officially snowing. It's about 4 a.m., 3:45. We just loaded everybody up. Everybody else is out. I'm gonna throw my tarp on and then we are heading out. We're gonna scrape our route, get some salt down. Before we head out of here, I'll pull up the weather and we'll take a look and see what it looks like for the rest of the storm. The roads are not nearly as bad as our parking lot, which is expected. We went out and salted, but also the town here that does this road salted as well. So we'll have to see what it looks like when we get over to our neighborhoods. Somebody is backing down the road. That is not a good sign. This is one of our mains here, so while I head to my route, I'll drop my plow, help Guillermo out here. It is also a Prius, so I'm not surprised that he didn't make it. You can tell Guillermo just went through here. So I'm gonna try something that I've never done before. Let me know in the comments if you like it. I'm gonna put one camera outside, and then I'm gonna have this camera that I'm currently recording on smaller down in one of the corners, maybe an upper corner. It really depends on where I put this, but I want to try and give you both shots in one scene. That way you can see the cab controls and also see outside. So I'm probably going to put this on the mirror, but before we do that, let's run through the, I think I did one, wait, let's think. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one of those shots do you guys like the most? I just want to know, so in the future I can do more of whatever shots people enjoy the most. But I'm gonna go put this outside real quick and then we'll continue plowing. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Eh? ¿Tu troca es finito?
La dirección, el volante, el manubrio,
No comprende nada.
el drive, la dirección, viejo.
La dirección.
Ya.
¿Tú te... ¿Tú hablar con Rodrigo or no?
Sí, muñeco.
All right, let me call Rodrigo.
Ok, muñeco.
Hey, what happened to Guillermo's truck? Yeah, but what happened? Okay, because he said he was trying to explain it to me in Spanish and I couldn't understand him. Yeah. Okay, put him in 16. Take what out? Is he at the shop or no? Oh, okay, all right. Let me know what happens when you get there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me know what happens once you get to that truck. All right. Bye. Well, that's not good. Guillermo's truck went down, and Rodrigo said he has no power steering and maybe no hydraulics, so maybe a belt went. I don't know. Rodrigo is on his way over there, so once he gets there he can take a look at it, give me an update, but hopefully we can at least get the truck back to the shop and then he can go out in a different truck. I'm like really close to being done with my route too, so once I get through this neighborhood here, we have 1, 2, we have really like 3 roads left, 2 cul-de-sacs and then this road and 1 hill on our way out, and we're done. So as soon as we finish this, we'll take a ride over to them and get some eyes on it ourselves. you get it back to the shop?
I'm fine right now. The belt is feeling like shit.
Yeah, that's what happens when the belt breaks.
Alright, let me go.
Alright, let me know. Alright, bye. Alright, Rodrigo is gonna try and drive it back there, so. Why did that camera stop? Why did that camera stop? Interesting. I don't know why that camera out there just stopped recording. Another one of those cul-de-sacs where it is all sloped towards the driveways, and when you come around it just pushes the truck. I'm gonna have to come and pile that up that way so I don't block this person's driveway. All right, we pretty much just have to run that one road down at the bottom of this hill all the way out and back, just because it's pretty wide. This hill here is pretty wide as well. So we'll do 2 passes on each of those, and then we can head to the shop and see what's going on with that truck. I'm also gonna hit the mains on my way back there, just because that's what Guillermo's doing. Obviously, with him down, they're not getting done right now. Plow this way. Seriously? No, you're lying. What did he say? Why you don't have lights?
Yeah.
Did he really stop you? Okay, so did you make it back to the shop? You're there now? Wait, you made it back? I can barely hear you. Alright, so Guillermo's going out in 16? I don't care what truck he uses, but if he uses Adam's truck, you gotta show him how to use it. Carmine said he emptied it. Alright, so send him out in 16 to get that empty. Okay. right, thanks.
Bye.
All right, so Rodrigo made it back to the shop. Apparently he got pulled over on his way back because he didn't have any strobe lights on and he's servicing the road, which is crazy. I didn't think a cop would ever stop a plow truck, but obviously I was proven wrong. But at least he made it back. Guillermo's heading out in a different truck, and we really only lost like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes there. It was very quick, so the stress is relieved. how much salt I have. We'll run it out, and then we are going to get breakfast because I am hungry. All right, so we have a little bit of salt, not a crazy amount. I think I'm gonna run them out on the mains. Nope, come on, turn that off. Like, I'm gonna run it out on the mains just to help get them down to blacktop. There's only a couple more hours left in the storm, so maybe we'll be able to fight it off and not have to scrape the mains again, but we'll see what happens. Alright, we are loaded up with salt. I got a call from Carmine while I was on my way back here. The wing on his truck stopped working. He is in the Chevy that has the certified power solution controller in the cab. We've been dealing with an issue with that hydraulic system for quite some time now, and it works sometimes and then sometimes it doesn't work, and obviously today is one of those times where it decided not to work. So he pretty much only has a front plow. He has the wing plow on the truck still, but it won't power down. It'll only power up if it does go down. So that one bleeds off and the wing slowly falls, and then he can lift it back up, which is good. He doesn't have to drive all the way back here with the wing down, but he can't put it down when he wants to use it. So he asked me to run into some of his cul-de-sacs and clean them up for him. We got a couple more hours of the storm. It's just kind of flurrying right now. Once we get through this intersection, I'll pull over on one of the roads. We'll look at the weather report and the radar and whatnot and see what the rest of the storm has in store for us. All right, so I just pulled up the hourly. It says 8 a.m. It's 7:47 right now. It says 8 a.m. Snow 72%. How much snow? Why is it not telling me? Oh, there we go. Whoa. It's saying 1.1 inches at 8 a.m. 9 a.m. is saying 1.1 inches, another 2 inches. And then 10 a.m. is cloudy, 11 a.m. cloudy, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, all cloudy. So they're saying we could get another 2 inches in the next 2 hours, which would be crazy. I don't see that happening, but that's what this is saying. Let's refresh it and see if it says the same thing. Snow 1.1. 9 a.m. Snow 1.1. Let's look at a radar real quick and see where we're at in the storm. That would be crazy if we get more than 2 inches in the next 2 hours. Come on, radar. It's really struggling to load right now. The radar, I don't know if you guys can see this, the radar is open, but the actual storm is like glitching. So that's where we are right now. It only shows me current now. It doesn't show the future or the past. Oh, the past is starting to load. Come on. All right, I'm gonna leave this here and we'll go to the next road that I have to do. And then if it loads, we'll take a look at it. All right, so the radar just loaded. While I was on my way over here, waiting for this to load, Paul called me. He's the one that runs the Red International that has the same wrap on it as mine. You may have seen a recent video where we had a DEF issue and there was a sensor that was supposed to be changed. We bought the sensor, they gave us the wrong sensor. Matt cleaned it up and put it back together. The check engine light cleared and it didn't come back on. Paul went through like 3/4 of a tank of DEF. So there's definitely an issue with that. He's parking that truck. He said he thinks he smells it too. So there might be a leak, but he's parking that truck going in the other Red International that we have. But I don't know what's going on here because if I zoom in to, let me find it real quick. Where are we? So we're like right here. If you see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but Suffern, if we get to now, which is there, and then we keep going, it's pretty much out of here by like 8:30. I'll even zoom out. So we're like right here. It kind of just pushes out real quick in the next like half hour. But if we go to the hourly, see the hourly real quick. 9 o'clock, make sure I'm not losing my mind here. We scroll down, snow, 1.1. Yeah, that's 9 o'clock. It doesn't show me the 8 o'clock now because it's past 8 o'clock, it's 8:02. So they were saying possibly 2 inches, but it seems like this storm is gonna be out of here in the next like half hour, which would be very nice. We can go through, clear everything, get a final salting done, and get out of here. I am currently in Carmine's route, cleaning up his cul-de-sacs for him since he doesn't have a wing. So I want to hustle through these. Maybe I'll have Carmine help me in my route as well. We'll just do the 2 routes together and get it done quicker. But, well, probably not quicker, but same amount of time, rather than helping him and then sending him home and then having to go and do my route still. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got an issue. Looks like Carmine might have knocked the cover to the manhole off, and I don't see it anywhere. Oh, is this it? These are super heavy. This must be it, right? There we go. Let me go grab some gloves. I'll try and slide it back down there and get it on the hole. Name another plow truck driver that's gonna get out and fix that. I'll wait. That's what I thought. Can't think of any. All right, guys, I didn't record anything, but I just went through this neighborhood here, scraped everything back, threw some salt down. I'm just doing a final salting. I might come back after we finish the rest of our route and scrape it, get rid of all this slush. We'll have to drive through and see what it looks like, but it is melting off pretty nice. I gotta make a right here, and then we're out of this neighborhood. We got 2 more to go through. I did one of them right as the snow was starting to end. It stopped snowing at like 10:30. It just would not go away. It was just lingering. Actually, I should double back on this one. This is the last road that I plowed. It's obviously in worse shape than the rest of the neighborhood, so I'm gonna whip a Yui here and we'll salt this one again. This should melt off pretty easy while we're doing our other neighborhood, so I'm not too concerned about this. More than likely, I will have to scrape it. It's gonna slush up like the rest of the roads in here, but it's not terrible. The sun is also shining, which is definitely helping. Hopefully they're not trying to use that gate. This house in front of me here is brand new, and this gate is obviously new as well. Or the whole fence, but the gate is definitely new as well. And I've always been piling snow there, so they're gonna have to shovel it if that's their plan.
Somebody's trying to talk. Somebody trying to say something?
I'm not.
Carmine.
Hey, are you in my area or no?
No, Rodrigo is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told him to go help you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just back into the Mary Beth area.
Yeah, I'd send him over. He was gonna come help me, and I was like, no, go help you because you don't have a wing.
Yeah, okay, so he's coming through here, so I'm just elbowing down on this wall.
Okay.
I got most of all the other stuff done, so.
Yeah. All right, good enough.
So this is the last area that really needs attention, so if you can go through it, that would be okay.
Wait, what was that?
I said if this is my last part of the route that needs attention over here between like Airmont and the church.
Yeah.
That whole like Madison Hill area.
Yep.
So he's in here now, so I'll find him. But we're good. I'm just doubling down on the salt. We'll be okay.
Okay, if you have salt when you're done with your route, call me.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Guillermo.
Brando,
Hey, ¿qué pasa?
yo estoy ahorita en el jab. ¿Quieres que ponga sal?
¿Tú no tienes salt?
No, muñeco, yo fit.
Let me check. Let me see how much I have. Uno momento. Oh, snow. Guillermo, yo necesito salt también. Yo voy a la oficina. No poner nada en tu troca.
Ok, muñeco.
Ok.
Muñeco, ¿quieres que lave el 16? Ahorita que está el clima bueno.
¿Qué?
¿Quieres que clean it up el 16 con water?
Si tú quieres.
Ya, porque no tengo... te limpié tu camioneta, limpié la del Dennis. No tengo nada que hacer, muñeco.
Yeah. Yo tengo uno más, ¿cómo se dice neighborhood?
Pues yo digo cuchara, muñeco.
yo tengo poquito más a limpiar y después yo estoy finito.
Porque Dennis
Pero-
me dijo que la ruta de él todavía no finish. Pero Rodrigo dijo que le va a ayudar a mi carrito y luego le va a ayudar al Dennis.
El tío no es finito.
Así me dijo, recién cargó sal. Si puedes, pregúntale, muñeco.
Oh, okay. Yo voy a la oficina ahora.
Ok, muñeco, yo voy a tener ready ya la sal.
Okay, adiós.
Ok, muñeco.
All right, well, we're pretty much out of salt. I'm gonna run it out. I have a couple more roads that I need to finish before I'm happy with how it looks, so I'm gonna run this salt spreader out and then drive through my last neighborhood that I think I need to head back to. I haven't made it there since it really stopped snowing, so I'm sure there's at least slush. I did salt it earlier, but it was still snowing a little bit. But let's it's right across the road up here. Let's head over there real quick. I'm gonna make a right here and just get some more salt down on this road, and then we'll check that neighborhood. Actually, it doesn't look terrible. Yeah, it definitely needs some salt, but maybe Rodrigo has salt on his truck and he's close by, so maybe I could get him to salt this neighborhood. Let me get him on the phone real quick. Hey, how much salt you got on your truck? Well, I'm almost out and I need more. Yeah, in my route. Uh-oh. School bus.
Which side are you out? Go the Guillermo que tiene or the side?
No, the other side, close to Suffern.
Okay, let me go over there.
Well, I still have to scrape everything. I'm scraping everything right now, and then I'm gonna go get salt. But
I guess you don't need to go salt porque Guillermo told me que debes load the truck a couple minutes ago.
Wait, what do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
He can come over here.
Who, Dennis?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe he can come over here.
No, let me go over there. Let me check it up first.
You know, hey, you know that Viejo guy we did a little bit of trabajo for on that hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, that neighborhood.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? But it needs to get scraped first. It's not. I'm just scraping it right now. I just started.
Okay.
All right, bye. All right, so we'll go through. We'll scrape everything, and then if Rodrigo has enough salt, then we don't have to get salt. I think I have a tiny bit of salt, but I know we're just about empty. Yeah, it's pretty much empty. We'll shake it a little bit. Yeah, we're empty. This road over here is pretty bad. Quite a bit of snow on this road. Oh, did we just get a branch in here? I could have sworn a piece of that branch came flying in here. Rodrigo. How much salt do you have? Is that it? A lot or not a lot? I gotta scrape this. Everything down below is scraped already. That can get salted. You know the two dead ends? You have the one across the street and then the one this way? Yeah, down that road. There's those two, and then after it, you know, you're right before Jersey, you make the left. That here, let me show you on my phone real quick.
The other end.
Yeah, but I did half that neighborhood. I did half.
The neighborhood?
Yeah, so when you come across Smith Hills and you go straight, I did Smith Hill, Van Gogh, and Beatrix. I did these three. I didn't do this one, or this one, or this one. This is that one dead end, this is the other dead end. That's
Which one is this one?
Vermeer? Oh, Salderma. So if you come out the other side of this neighborhood down low, and you make a right, you have one short one here, one short one there, and then if you make the left after it, this cuts over to Smith Hill again, or to Church. What? All right. Did you salt this?
This one is done. I scraped and I put
You put salt?
salt and scrape.
All right. Let me clean this intersection and then go this way and then just follow me. All right.
I need the little.
Go salt that.
No, this one I did it.
You did the little short one.
No, the little short one I did it.
All right. Do the short one and then meet me at the top of the hill here. guys couldn't see it, but Rodrigo is covering his face. He's camera shy. Hey, so we got to do this road here, and then when you come down the hill on the other side, just that one road on the left. That's it. Well, we got to go to one road for Carmine too. You know that Nuevo one where there's always cars parked? You go this way, down this road, you make a left on the other main. You know Mary Beth? You go past Mary Beth and it's on the left there before the park. Yeah. I'll go there with you. Make a U-turn, let's salt this, and then you can follow me. Yeah, one road that it's new and there's always cars parked on it. It's new like 2 years ago. Carmine.
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, I was about to head to you in 2 minutes. That road with all the cars on it.
Yeah, I scraped it and salted the shit out of it. I patched it like that. I'm out of salt. I'm at the yard right now, actually.
Okay.
Do you guys need more salt?
I don't know. Let me see. Rodrigo's. Oh, I have Rodrigo following me because I'm out of salt. One second. Stay on the phone. Hey.
Tengo problema.
No más salt?
No.
Okay. All right. Adios. Carmine.
Yeah.
Rodrigo just ran out of salt.
Okay.
You want to put half a bucket on your truck and meet me at you know Marjorie.
Yeah.
It cuts over from Airmont to Church.
Yeah.
That needs salt, and then there's Potter Lane, which is at the bottom of Marjorie, that cuts between like Smith Hill and Marjorie.
Okay.
So those two we need salt on, and then Donald. My dad just texted me Donald Port, wherever that is. Oh, that's all for you. That's all for Ackerman. That's one of yours.
Donald Port?
Yeah, if you go down Ackerman and you make a right.
Oh, one of those dead ends? Yeah, well, we can't salt anything, but it has 100 cars on it.
All right. You know what? Here. I'll do it. Don't put salt on your truck. No. Get half a bucket in the loader ready for me, and as soon as I get there, just dump it in my truck.
Okay.
I'm headed back there right now.
You gonna sit down the streets?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay. And you did the rest of the... You did double check the rest of the other side.
In your neighborhood?
Yeah.
I never got into like the Mary Beth section, but I think Rodrigo is in that. What?
Yeah, that's That's where that Donald Court is from.
No, Donald Court is off of Church. You make the right into Ackerman off Church, and then it's down there.
Yeah, but don't close to that. Mary Beth.
No, Mary Beth is across the street from that new road where there's always cars parked. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm turning on to Smith off of Church right now, so I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Leave it by the shop because we're gonna wash it this week, no matter what. So I'll move it later if I have to.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
All right. Bye bye.
I'm with you.
Alright guys, I'm back out in the village. I got half a bucket of salt on my spreader. I have 4 roads that I need to check. 2 of them are in my route. I know for a fact I need to salt them. Rodrigo unfortunately ran out of salt with 2 roads left. I also have 2 roads in Carmine's route that I need to check. One of them, I know for a fact I was down, but somebody from the village reached out to my dad and asked us to check it. I don't know if he lives there or somebody that he knows lives on that road and said it wasn't good enough or something. I have no idea. Carmine asked me to go through his cul-de-sacs and do a loop on the outside and get all the snow pushed in the middle with my wing plow since his wing wasn't working. So I know for a fact I was down that road. There's another road in Carmine's route that there was a lot of cars parked on. He said he scraped it as best as he could and salted it heavy. I just want to get eyes on it and make sure it's not going to be something that we're going to get a call for overnight. I also have Rodrigo heading to my uncle's route. I tried calling my uncle twice and I tried him on the radio. I can't get in touch with him, so hopefully everything's okay with him. He might just not have his phone on and just getting salt down and scraping everything. I really don't know, but hopefully everything's okay. Rodrigo will call me once he has an update on that, but we have about, I don't know, 2 minutes to whirl over at these roads that I need to salt. So this is the first road that I need to salt. Funny enough, this is actually the same road that we had that water main break on. If you guys saw that video, you know what I'm talking about. This whole side right here was completely flooded. I got to do this road and I got to do this road to the right here. So we're actually going to make this right real quick. Get rid of this one off of the list. This one's not bad at all, actually. right, one road is done. This road is in rough shape. I'm actually going to turn my liquid on as well here, help melt this off. Rodrigo was down this cul-de-sac earlier, but while we're here, we might as well hit it. This one. This is my route, so nobody to blame except myself. This part of the road is so much better. This is like a dead end off of it.
Did you guys get fuel? No, not yet. Did Brian grab the fuel card from you, or do you have it? No, he's okay. I just went to the gas station to get fuel card. I'll go to the gas station then. Alright, give me a shot when you're heading up there. I'll meet you up there. Alright, sounds good. I'm headed over to the gas station right now, so whenever you want to head over.
Hey, are you guys all done up there?
Yeah, we're all done. We're just gonna fuel up and put the trucks away, and that's about it.
All right, sounds good. Nothing broke?
This truck, I need some plow light bulbs. They're H9 and H11, both sides. I've been limping along on one bulb, so I could probably pick them up if you want.
Send me a list of what you guys need and I'll get it this week.
Alright, sounds good. Nada money.
Now you, Rodrigo. Now you, Rodrigo. Now you, Rodrigo. Dad! What, were you sleeping? So this road coming up on the right here is the one that they spoke to my dad about. The intersection is definitely okay. It's similar to some of the other ones. We'll scrape it, salt it. Actually, you know what? I'll turn my liquid on the way out too. clean up this intersection real quick. While we're here, we'll salt it one more time. More salt on the road than snow now. Take a look at things down here, and then we'll go to that other one where we had all the cars parked on it. Alright, so this is the road that he said might be a little messy. Not terrible. There's a lot of cars on it. We'll let this guy get by us. Alright, so we're pulling up to the road that I said we'll go back to. I do have a little bit of salt left, so I might as well throw it down on this road and then we'll run it out on the mains on our way back to the shop. Alright guys, truck is parked. Everybody else is out of here. I have my Silverado warming up, ready to go home. It is absolutely freezing out, so let's do this quick. We'll start down at the end with a quick little damage report for the first real storm of the season. This is the truck that Paul went into after he had an issue with the other one. He said it ran fine, except when he was dumping it at the end of the day, a hydraulic line blew, so we got to look into that. Anthony's F350, no issues with that. My uncle's truck right here, he did have one issue with the wing plow. I guess during the storm a pin fell out or something and he was unable to lift the wing up. He drove it back here with the wing on the ground. Him and Rodrigo met here, found a pin that worked for it, and back up and running. He got back out there with no more issues. Rodrigo's TerraStar, no issues with that. Chevy Silverado 5500 wing plow won't power up. It will slowly fall with gravity, and or actually sorry, it won't power down. It'll slowly fall with gravity. He's able to lift it back up, but it won't go down for some reason, so we got to look into that. This is the truck that pull was originally in 26. This is the red one, has the same wrap as mine and Rodrigo's truck on it. This is the one that he had a DEF issue, so that's why he went in the other truck. Peterbilt did not get ran. My TerraStar right here, no issues with that. That thing ran beautifully. Look at all of the residue from the hydraulic fluid when that line blew when he was dumping in our salt bin here. And then obviously there is the Chevy inside that Guillermo was running and the belt went on, so quite a bit went wrong, but luckily we made it through. We have plenty of trucks, spares for pretty much everyone. There's also more trucks down in the circle. That's the price you pay when you get into the snow removal world, and the first real storm of the season is when things really will break. So we'll have Matt here on Monday to start getting things fixed and get everything back up and running for the next storm. That is going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.